Hey, what's up you guys? This is Junior Trader, and in this video we are taking a look at Nvidia stock and then semiconductors, others, that is AMD, SMCI, ARM, Broadcom, and Micron. We'll also take a look at QQ and SPY in the morning today. So with that, please hit the like, subscribe if you find my videos valuable and helpful, and also please note none of this is any financial advice. Alright, so let's kick things off with Nvidia here. And today we are seeing a bit of a rebound that we did talk about at around as you were closing above 106 and 26 cents that this rebound can come. So are we bullish now or bearish still, or is just a rebound, right? Like, let's start off there first. So overall structure though is still negative, it's still bearish, okay? And you can see we did have a rebound and then selling off. So let's go to the hourly interval right away. I gave you one trend line. Technically, we are still above that trend line, and if I put on the structure as well, technically we are still in the green structure. We are above the cloud, and as if now, we'll talk about $109 in just a second. But if Nvidia can somehow stay above this trend line, stay above the cloud, and stabilize itself here, and then start to break again levels to the upside, that's a good sign. Technically, on hourly interval, we are still fine. Once we lose this trend line, 20 hours moving average, that's where the problem is. Now, talking about the 109 level, let's go to the we went as high as 111 and 89 cents, so very close to 112, almost $3 move. Let's go to the 5 minutes interval. Things will get more clear. So, and this is how things would look like without my tool, right? So confusing, not to know what to do, right? So let's turn on the tool and it just makes things simpler. We were in a really good strength mode right up from here. Even came back down. When you see already strength coming in and you are seeing above the cloud price action is holding, it's no questioning, and the play was to the upside. And this level, as I said, 109, you can see some price reaction happened there before the market opened. We went up. Price tried to find support right at that level of 109 area. It's some sense, 109 in some sense, right? But 109 and 40 cents to 50 cents was the zone to watch. We tried to find some support there, eventually couldn't, and then once we broke that area as well, it turned red bearish structure as well. Right now, Nvidia is in a red negative structure. Let's see if it can try to come out of the cloud, try to turn itself bullish. If that happens, that will be intraday up from here. We can expect some upside again, but right now it's still going through the sell-off after breaking 109 again, and at least intraday it's weak. Now what it comes down to, as I said, it all comes down to that hourly interval. If we can hold still 20 hours moving average, still hold this trend line, still stay above the cloud down there, we'll have to see that eventually if this turns into a consolidation more and just continues in the uptrend. Technically, intraday, this rebound structure hasn't really lost itself to the downside. But yeah, once we start to lose some levels at the bottom, like this 106 and 90 cents area again, or 106 and 30 cents to 50 cents, that's when the structure will again start to break. So so far rebound looked great. Looks like it's trying to a little bit get bought back up again as well, but is this a strength? Well, candle is turning green, so we'll see if it can hold through it. But that's that for Nvidia, guys. It's simple right now. Those just are the levels to watch. We did get some rebound until 112. We didn't quite go all the way to that 200 hours moving average yet, but let's see. We're still in that trend, in that direction, and let's see if it can pull it off eventually. But I gave you the levels for stop loss as well. That will be 106 and 50-40 cents. Just use my tools to make those decisions, right? This is where it's time to really be sizing out the position. Once we also start to turn red after losing these levels of the cloud, that's where the problem would start coming in. Otherwise, let's see if it can pull it off and continue higher. Technically, it's in the intraday uptrend, though in the hourly interval. In 5 minutes, some cool off is coming, but As I just showed you, we just a little bit turned green. Let's see if we can continue higher up from there as well. All right, that's Nvidia. Let's take a look at AMD. So AMD is having a sell-off day, and as I said yesterday, that overall it's a good rebound that Nvidia has been doing. Structure overall is not full on bullish. You can see we are still technically in the red orange structure. That is a bearish structure marked by my tool. If you need access to my tools, links in the description below. It also comes with the videos to tell you how to read these tools. All right, so that rebound came all the way to 20 days moving average, rejecting right underneath that's what we expected, right? After getting above these levels like 108 and 37, I talked about in my videos that 20 days moving average can be targeted all the way up there. Price action can go. So let's go to the hourly interval. So this is pretty much the zone I talked about yesterday as well, right? 200 hours moving average with 200 days moving average. Sorry, 200 hours moving average with 20 days moving average, right? And then 200 hours moving average also, just keep an eye here. And you can see that when you have at a 20 days moving average in the confluence with 200 hours moving average, such a strong rejection of the candle. Like, there is no thinking twice, guys. I mean, it just tells you that we heading lower, right? And you can see that we broke the levels. Right now it all comes down to definitely this trend line still is relevant, and this level 141 and 15 cents. If AMD can still continue to hold it, and on the lower time frame, if the price action can be seen, if it's turning bullish, let's also turn on my tool here. So technically, okay, price action just turned again a little bit green here. We are though below the cloud on the 5 minutes. So if you can get above this as well with the green structure, but this would be the zone, right? Below this definitely has to be a stop loss. Some extra confirmation is above this. So you have to use these areas to slowly build into the position, and then stop loss on the other side. Don't go all in one place, like slowly build with the confirmations, right? And then stop loss underneath those areas of structural change as per the levels that I just provided you, right, on AMD as well. In this case, it's the level of 141 and 16 cents for the intraday. All right, now let's take a look at SMCI. Let's see what it's doing. So let's go to the daily interval. So it's finally getting above 419 today and is at 421. So yes, this was the next area of potential rebound that we talked about. If it can get above it, then this rebound may continue, right? So it's doing just that today. Now let's go to the hourly interval, and so you can see that bounce is holding at, well, we did see some sell-off first over there, but we held above one of those levels, 20 hours moving average, and not just that, we held the structural level as well, right? And thus making an inverted head and shoulder as well, and you can see it's continuing higher. Definitely this was the next move play. 419 and above, it can continue higher. Stop loss has to be below that. Yeah, and accordingly size in, size out. I would even give it stop loss zone 411. You will see in the price action when it really turns deep red like a sell-off, right? So far looks like yes, that's where it's going up from. ARM. So ARM, no surprise, guys. I already talked about it, that we already turned bullish on this. Again, if I turn on my structural indicator, you can see that we turned bullish 3 days ago on this, and I talked about it. Stop loss can be below 120 area, right? And we have been just going up from thereafter. Yesterday's candle though was red, but we were still in the bullish structure. My tool already color coded that for you. And today we are just seeing upside. Yeah, I'm not surprised. This one we already had a signal way before, and this 200 hours moving average is what I talked to you guys, that this is what you are watching. If we get above it, we can continue higher, and this thing is still bullish, and you can also follow this trend line on this. Broadcom doing a little bit of sell-off right now today. So let's go to the daily interval first. But this can this yesterday was a strong rebound. We already talked about above 100, and this 40 zone is an upside play. We got to the next level like 150. A little bit selling off, but as long as Broadcom can stay above 144.29 cents, we are fine. All right. Yeah, that's pretty much the zone to watch. Micron, poor thing, is still not showing strength, and this thing is still not able to do its thing. So rebounded, but it's still selling off underneath the level of 87.93 cents. Not much here. All right, yeah, Micron is still bearish. SPY, look at the strong rejection, right? So blue box is what the box was. If we can hold it, that's great. If we can't, well, that's a problem. And it was a good candle yesterday. Good buying happened yesterday, but hey, however, if I show you the structure, right, our structure never turned bullish, right? You can see it over here. The structure still remained bearish even yesterday. And let me actually do one thing here. Let's go to the flow. And you can see that structure still remained bearish, right? Even on the green days down there. So yes, right now it's still in the downward structure, and the way today's sell-off is coming, yeah, it's not a good sell-off. So yeah, at this point, the next big move is definitely below 539 area. But yeah, this was the one move. Once we start to lose that the blue box, and since we were already in the downtrend, any red signal that came and we lost those boxes, even the level, significant level, right? The level of 547.92 cents. That was it. And unfortunately, though, we lost 20. Well, there was a good sign though early on first. It tried to hold, but then it eventually gave up the next time. When it failed the next time, there was no point in playing it long. 20 and 50, we lost it. We just continued to collapse. Yeah, right now I'm not seeing upside. Yes, some buying is happening, but that's just a rebound right now. Nothing more than that on SPY. QQQ, it's in the similar fashion here. QQQ structure, though, on this also didn't turn any bullish. Structure remained bearish on this thing. You can see it right over here. And yeah, even right now we're in the bearish structure on QQ. And this today, even yesterday, right, the next good move would be if we could have stayed above 457. Unfortunately, once we broke that level, right, since we're in the downtrend, we broke the level to the downside. It's just a downside play then. That's pretty much what it is. And on the hourly interval, you can see that we lost more structure. Let's actually turn on the tool here as well. Yeah, we were yesterday good green, trying to get out above the cloud, but then it just failed today. So that was it. And yeah, and right now it has also lost that trend line that it was forming. It has lost that as well. So yeah, it will have to change the price action. Well, right now some buying is coming in. I can see that, but we need to close up. If we can close above 457.83 cents, things may look good on QQQ. And similarly on SPY, if SPY has to really do a climb. Yeah, no, not right now, guys. SPY is really beaten up. So we will see how the day goes. But yeah, let's take a look at Nvidia one more time. Seems like it's getting bought back up. Let's go to the 5 minutes. And let's turn on my tool here as well. So yes, seems like structure when it turned a little bit bullish here, right? And we got above the cloud again. Things are going back up again. So that's that. Again, if you need access to these tools that simplifies how to trade, links to my tools are in the description of this video. All right, guys, with that, I'll see you in my next videos. Take care.